collective. Hey, welcome to Chakra Energy Readings. I am Queen Shadi. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the love. And thank you for all the subscriptions. I appreciate all the love that you all give me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, let's see. Today we are going to do a general ancestor message just to see what the ancestors and spirit guides have for us. I'm going to start out by doing my sage and sage prayer. Like that while I got that. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. Okay. So God, Mother Earth, Holy Spirit, I ask that this sage cultivate an aura of protection and love, amplify our healing and manifestation powers, and deter evil and negative energies from my home as well as my viewer subscribers' home. I ask that you purify the air and bring in mental and spiritual clarity. So it be. I'm by myself now. Okay. All right. I thought I would add the prayer in there. That way you all can see a little bit of my praise, if you would call it that. There's quite a bit more I'm going to share further down the line, but we'll get to that when the time is right. All right, so I am here only as a positive vessel to facilitate a connection with our ancestors and spirit guides. I ask that the ancestors and spirit guides of pure love and light guide us on a healing journey of our chakra energy that will ultimately bring us into inner standing and complete oneness with all. We thank you, God, for our ancestors and spirit guides, and we give you the utmost gratitude for our being. All right, so let's start by pulling a African goddess rising oracle card and kind of get a overall feeling for the reading today. I kind of think I know where it's going, but I'm not quite sure. We will see, won't we? Right. Hope everyone enjoyed their week and getting ready for this new week ahead of us right here before Christmas. Let's see here. I have some trying to come out, but not really falling out. So let's see. All right, there we go. So we have Queen Ya Asatawa, and she represents the third eye chakra, and her message is to level up. Let's read the message for her. So the message again is level up. I'm gonna put those in there, of course, with swatchy on the bottom with grounding. So again, that is Queen Ya Asatawa regarding level up. Leveling up. All right, let's see. All right, Queen Ya Asatawa is the goddess of leveling up. She is from the Ashanti tribe in Ghana. Oh, that is so funny. I don't dream, and God has told me why I don't dream, but that's another story for other days, as my favorite prophetess would say. But I had a dream. Well, it wasn't really a dream, but I remember part of it, and it was an old friend from Ghana. So that is funny that I am pulling Queen Ya Asatawa. Um, and I had that vision of this old friend from Ghana. I hope you're doing well. If you're listening, I know you know who you are. Yeah, so that's funny. All right, so she represents the element of bush, which is earth. Queen Ya Satawa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the war of the Golden Stall. Am I saying that right? Golden stool. If you can see on the picture there, there's a golden stool. Looks like the Ark of the Covenant, doesn't it? Wow. The golden stool throne of the Ashanti Empire holds the regent's Ira, life, force, energy. All right. Queen Ya Asatawa's guidance. Raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. The embodiment of the card is it's time to level up. This is your season. Wow. And I have to tell you about that. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So, what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. That is so funny. That was just part of my pre-praise, is what I call it, that I was talking about. The goddess declaration is divine timing is on my side. That is awesome. I really love this. So, with all that being said, this weekend, for some reason, God has had me. I woke up with certain songs in my head, and that is one way that I get the messages. But there were certain songs in my head that God uses to talk to me. So, one of the songs, like this reading had just said, is Working by William Murphy. This is your season for grace, mercy, and favor. So yeah, that was one of the songs. I'm just going to put them below. There was actually 3, and as I listened, 3 more popped up that God told me to listen to. So not put them below, but I will make a playlist because he said these are part of my new meditation ritual that I use to get ready for you all. So I am going to share. I wasn't going to share, but since those cards came out, kind of confirming what God has been telling me, I'm going to share those songs, and hopefully if you are on a path in your life, these songs also will resonate with you. All right, so we're going to start. Now that we know what the oracle card is for the actual reading, we're going to do some ancestor messages. I did have a channel for these messages, but God said just pull back on that and you do it according to when he says it's time. So let me get into this. God is nurturing someone at this time. He's nurturing someone's heart chakra. He's protecting you. Your ancestors, spirit guides are protecting you. Let's He's watching over your babies and your family, meaning they are also being protected. You are deeply connected to Mother Earth at this time. You have an appetite for knowledge and wisdom, and in that quest, they are proud of you. So good for you. Let's see what else we have come out. Ancestors and spirit guides, please give us a message with these cards. I do a 9-card spread. Sometimes it is for one energy. Sometimes it can be multiple. So we will just see. All right. So let's see. These came out first, so we're gonna flip these over, and then I'll call them out after I see what we are working with. All right, well, and this is going to be our clarification card, which I'll turn over in a minute. All right. Let me see if I can pull everything a little bit further up. All right, so the first card we had to come out was you are completely supported in your current rebirth. Be open to the magic of the universe. Under that, you have in reverse, your energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of the earth. Under that, you have you are empowered. In the middle, we have abuse. In the middle, under that, in the reverse, your third eye is open and you have profound vision. Under that, we have communicate with ease and grace. You are safe to express your truth. The last column is all right, it's time to head out. Under that, we have lack. And then your heart beats as one with the healing vibration of Mother Earth. So there's two energies here. One that seems to kind of know that they are empowered, know that their throat chakra is open, they can communicate with ease and grace. You are safe to express your truth. This person also knows that they are one with the healing vibration of Mother Earth and that they are completely supported in their current rebirth. So someone here, one energy here is going through a rebirth. But there is another energy here that is in the mix of this rebirth. This person is bringing off the energy of abuse. Their third eye is not open. It is actually the opposite of this card that says your third eye is open and you have profound vision. So that means someone's third eye is closed and they are closed-minded. They are not in healing energy of the earth, which does go and coincide with having a lack mentality, a scarcity mentality, a survival mode mentality, a lack in wisdom and knowledge, possibly materials, and health, having health issues as well. But up here in the corner, spirits are saying it's time to leave this situation. out here to clarify these cards is rebirth in the reverse. So this person, while we have one person trying to go through a rebirth, there is another energy here that is stopping or trying to stop this rebirth due to a lack mentality, due to a scarcity, survival mode mentality that comes out in abuse to others, whether it be mental, physical, or emotional. There's three forms of abuse. People don't realize that your words can be very abusive. People don't understand that. So, again, there seems to be someone wrestling or fighting what we would call dark forces, the devil, and trying to have a rebirth. But please know that you are supported. And for this person here, the playlist that I have added to the channel is for you. I see how all of this is tying together. Thank you, God. Um, there's also appetite at the bottom of the deck. This person may have an insatiable appetite that is out of alignment. It could be in drugs. It could be in abuse as well, being drug abuse. It can be in addictions, any kind of addictions. It can be an insatiable appetite to get back at someone. All those coincide with this energy that's tied into someone trying to have a level up rebirth. Wow. I can't with you sometimes, Spirit. Boy, they make it plain, don't they? So whoever this resonates for, God is on your side. There is a playlist that you can listen to. This playlist is of gospel music. Yeah, that's what God had me. When you are, I'm not in a box. I came up in the church, so I do prayer and praise. That's just what I do. Isn't that funny? William Murphy, one of my favorite songs, by the way. So that is what I do, and God speaks to me through music. So I will definitely add that playlist because it definitely goes with this reading today. How awesome is that? So someone here is going through a rebirth, as I said, but there is someone in the mix of it who is not in agreement with this rebirth at all. I mean, they like right in the middle of it. Like they there. They right in the middle of it. Or God just said it could be another scenario where this person knows it's time to go through a rebirth. But this addictions of abuse, this insatiable appetite, just heard sex. Oh my goodness. This sex addiction could be also a hindrance in this rebirth. So you are on the fence. So someone here could be on the fence. They're tottering on the fence. But we know we can't live our lives on the fence, right? You have to decide one way or the other. There is a balance. There is a balance. You can, if you have an abusive nature, you can rectify that as well as still find a way to cure your anxiety, because that's pretty much where addictions kind of come from, anxiety, right? So we have an anxiety that we don't identify, and that anxiety turns into abuse of substances, abuse of food, abuse of mental instability, such as stalking or watching or wishing ill upon another. That's also mental instability and abuse. So all these things can come about if you are out of alignment. There is an alignment there that can help you be in stable grounds within yourself. So someone is having a battle within themselves. I'm trying to get these words as they come and try not to waste so much of you all's time. But there's someone with a battle within themselves. Either this is another scenario or still part of the same scenario, that it wants to have this rebirth, but this abusive nature um, is not in alignment with it. But you can come out of that. You have to sit and listen to God. Let Him direct your steps. It is possible, and you are worthy for it. With Sachi being at the bottom of this oracle, I'm going to say grounding as well as you're not being grounded. Coming out here, I'm going to say grounding is definitely what you need. Mother Earth, God, and Holy Spirit can definitely heal our wounds, our scars, emotionally and physically. We just have to surrender, right? You just have to surrender to the energy of love. When you surrender to that energy of love, then you can receive healing in this area of your life. All right, so let's do some crystal cards to see what kind of help that you also may be able to see. I don't know if you all see on my Instagram. Please check it out. I'm trying to do a trial run to see how everything goes with what I'm hoping to be posting there. But we'll see how I go. I did have that I was just going to do it beginning of the year. It looks like it's falling there as a steady thing. But, God is not... And this is one thing I dealt with too. I was like, God, I'm so inconsistent in some things where I can't. He say consistency is a man's word, right? But if you think of it in a spiritual manner, inner consistency is listening to God, and He don't always tell you to do the same things all the time. He may tell you, I need you to sit down today. You may want to go do a video and it don't turn out right and everything, it rains, everything else stops the video. He may say, I need you to sit down today, He may say, you sick, it's time to rest. He may say, and this is all with you trying to be consistent. God is not consistent. He's inner consistent. He wants you to listen within to hear Him on a consistent basis. Wow. Ooh, child. Sometimes I be shocking myself. So yeah. So he corrected me when I said I can't understand why, that negative Nancy type vibe. He was like, stop. You got to remember, a lot of words are spells for one, and a lot of words are not coming from God. They're coming from man, and they're coming in a specific manner to keep us in a specific mindset too, right? So if you are consistent at working, you are consistent at providing labor, you're consistent at giving to someone else. That's also the yin yang of that word, consistent. Or you can be inner consistent at listening to God, letting Him guide you. And where you're seeking that consistent money from someone else, God can inner consistent you to your talents in the way He wants you to carry His name, right? Because if whatever you're doing, you should have God at the head of it. So to be inner consistent is to listen and to hear from Him and to hear His guidance on how you can receive abundance in your life. It's not just about financial, it's about spiritual abundance with God. It's about physical abundance and health, and then you can add that financial side of it. But it's a threefold thing. It's not just the one financial aspect of it. Woo, I tell you, Spirit be doing it. So, with that being said, let's see what 3 cards we have out here under our crystals book. I do highly suggest, if you are into natural holistic healing, to get this crystals book. It explains where these cards come from. Where these crystals come from, how they relate to you, and how your life can benefit from them. All right, so the first one is hematite. So you can see here. This is for self-healing, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. All right, justice card energy there. Then we have celestite. That's for communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, and deep meditation. And then last we have tiger's eye, and that is luck and new ventures, willpower, creative flow, and overcoming fear. Wow, I love these. These also tie into this message to whoever is dealing with this abuse, whether it's addictions, insatiable appetites. It could be lack of, and that's causing you to be in a abusive nature of envy and jealousy and putting out negative energy, and spell work when you do that. And let me just say as well, there is light and dark of both. The Bible, even though it was created by a man who had troubles within his life, it is, and I must say, it is a spiritual guide. Basic instructions before leaving earth. Bible. It is a spiritual guide, but it's the way that you look at the Bible. If you get past who created it, and where they got it from by gathering information from different African tribes and their rituals and how they did praise and worship and how they recognize God, by gathering that information from those different tribes and putting it together. Yes, he was doing God's work in that instance. But you must know that some things have been left out of the Bible. So I'm not going to go too deep in that. You can do your own research there. But I say that to say spells are good and bad, because the book of Psalms is actually the book of spells. Love spells, battle spells, comfort spells. If you look it up, you would see that those are spells. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, thy comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I don't know why I had to say that, but God says say it, so I said it. But that is a book of spells. It is good and bad spells. So I just needed to clarify that. So yes, the Bible is good for us. It either, even though it was brought in from a spirit that meant harm, it was for our good, right? What the devil meant for evil turned out to be for our good, especially if you see the goodness and the oneness that's within the Bible. Not just the parables and the stories and this and this. How does that relate to your life personally, basic instructions before leaving Earth. All right, so where did I leave off? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to have church on you. Hematite, celestite, and tiger's eye. Hematite, soul healing, grounding, right opportunities, justice. Celestite, communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, deep meditation. And tiger's eye, luck in new ventures, willpower, creative flow, and overcoming fears. So those three are great. Let's see if there is a message for them, although I kind of feel like I already gave you the message. I'm not going to read the story of it because I feel like I've already kept you quite a long time. So I'm just going to, if there's a message in the back, read the message in the back so I can get to some chakra health. All right, so hematite, there is a message. It says, make the most of your present moment and new opportunities will come your way. Don't fall into old patterns of behavior that block abundance. Wow. Make the most of your present moment and new opportunities will come your way. Don't fall into the patterns of behavior that block abundance. I hear you, God. The next one we have is celestite. Let's see here. And there's a message for that one. Don't worry about what may or may not happen. This stops you living in the present and enjoying the now. That is where the good will come. I promise you I'm going to get me some new glasses, y'all. Okay, let me read that again. Don't worry about what may or may not happen. This stops you living in the present and enjoying the now. That is where the good will come. And that is for celestite, communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, and deep meditation. That is definitely where I have been this weekend. This is awesome, God. I hear your message. All right, tiger's eye is the last one. Let's see. Success in all areas of your life is expected as long as you stay determined in the positive outcome. You will receive a good income for your efforts. Stop it, God. It's like he came in three forms here. Protection, connection, and stability. All right, so again, tiger's eye, success in all areas of your life is expected as long as you stay determined in the positive outcome. You will receive a good fortune for your efforts. When you're doing what God asks you to do, you don't have to look for the financial. He'll provide ways for you. He will literally provide ways for you. New ways, I may add. New ways that he knows that you are prepared for. Even if you don't think you're prepared, new ways he will provide for you. He said it is time to level up. It is time to leave this abusive situation, circumstance, or this abuse within yourself, and come into your rebirth because you are currently supported. Be open to the magic of the universe. This is magic of the universe. When you can look at a message and feel like it's for you, that is magic of the universe. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that, but that is magic of the universe once again. Wow. All right, so let's move on to some chakra health cards here. I feel like the crystal cards kind of helped us with the chakra wisdom. So we're not going to do those today, but we definitely would do the chakra health cards. These are cards as well as the ancestor messages cards that I created with the help of the ancestors and spirit guides. to inform and help and give knowledge to people on how chakras tie to our everyday life. That is our energy, that is our aura. We see the blue reflection of sky, which is just one color of our aura, but there actually is a rainbow. It actually is a prism. Earth itself is a prism. So it reflects a rainbow, and we just see what our eyes, our DNA at this time allows us to see, because there is an upgrade coming of our DNA where we will be able to see more. Wow, God, can you give me a heads up on this information? Well, we'll be able to see more fairly shortly here. This new reality that we are stepping into, this breaking of old etheric cords that God is allowing us to do. Um, he wants us to come out of the box. We are all spiritual. Some of us look at it in a religious way. It makes us feel good, makes us feel comfortable to go somewhere every week and say we're a part of something, instead of having that one-on-one journey within yourself and with God and let Him direct your steps. That's fine. That's okay. I've been there. And there's no shade to anyone who is there. But there is a one-on-one journey with God that you have to take. There is a one-on-one journey that Jesus took. That empty space of His life story, why you don't have the life story, if that's not a question to you, it should be. That empty space is when He went off to the Buddha. He went off to the Muslim. He went off to these different religions to learn the positive aspects of them and to show them the positive aspects. But again, to incorporate it all and to bring you in your oneness and connection with God. That is what spirituality is. It's not that we can't celebrate Christmas or we can't do this, we can't do that. Spirituality is not in a box. It's freedom. It's oneness. It's freedom, because God is everything. So you can't be tied to something if God is not tied to something, right? And you think about it, God is love. The heart itself. God told me this today. I don't know why I am rambling, or I feel like I'm rambling, but at the same time, I know God is speaking through me. So God, please forgive me if I offend you. So God told me today, because I was like, Christmas time, we celebrated with red, green, and white. Why those colors, God? We associate red with love, okay? But red is the root chakra. Red, that root chakra is active during Christmas time. People are out shopping and rushing and almost like they're in survival mode to get the best gift and that type thing. That root chakra, that red, is activated in this season, but it's supposed to also coordinate with the love, the green, right? The heart chakra is green. It's supposed to coordinate with the green. So why is the heart, when you see a picture of the heart, it is red? The reason you see a picture of the heart in red is because in medical terms, the blood pumps through the heart and it gives it its red hue. But if there is no blood in the heart, it is white, crystalline white, as in a white crystal. It is the life force. It is the connection to earth, God, and our spirit. It is the first brain. And that connection, as I said earlier, Mother Earth being a crystal, is the crystal within us. So that's why we should always walk in love first. Um, and the brain, is also white, but it's not in a crystallized form when you view it outside the body. So do your little research and you can see that it's called a ghost heart, I believe they call it. But it looks like a crystal. I had a little small cell, almost like a selenite, but with more white in it. It could also be crystal, or I forgot what this is. I'm talking too much. That's why. All right, so let me move on. Hope that wasn't rambling. Just a little bit of information that you can research on your own. But the heart is white in color. The blood that flows through it is white, clear, transparent, crystalline in color, and the blood flows through it, gives it the red hue. All right, so I'm just going to put some cards out. The first one is overweight in reverse. So I'm going to say that's underweight, right? So when we're underweight, that is definitely a sign of some health problems. It's definitely a sign of worryation, stress, which comes from the root chakra. There's this time of the year, a lot of people are in that state of worryation, stress, depression, because they feel like they have not, or they are part of the have-nots, where they cannot provide or give that awesome Christmas that they're looking to give. But don't worry, those are material things. It's about sharing love, caring for one another, and giving thanks for what you have and what has God has given you to get you to this present moment and this time of the year. Next we have, okay, let me shuffle because some of these we had out. I thought I shuffled, but let me do some more shuffling. All right. Next, we have arthritis. Arthritis is from the root heart chakra. Coming from the root chakra, it is an over exertion of your body's. Really, Bruno, stop. It's an over exertion, and today is Bruno's birthday. Yay, Bruno! He is. Stop, please. He is 63. So he is 9. Bruno is 9. We had him for 8 years. We got him when he was very young. That is our little Bruno. All right, so back again, arthritis comes from the root chakra. It's an overuse of your joints and the cartilage in those joints that disappears over time, causes your bones to kind of be on top of each other, and causes friction and pain. Arthritis, inflammation of the joints. That can also come from your heart chakra with you having with your veins being clogged with cholesterol. So that is also another form, but just in a body form of it when you think about it. All right, next we have lower back pain that comes from the solar plexus chakra. A lot of time that has to do with your confidence, your stamina. If you are out of shape, your lower back is probably in a weakened state. Being out of shape does kind of go within your confidence, your relating to the world around you. If you're in depression or that kind of thing, you're not trying to really keep your body up. That is an example of why or how solar plexus is related to lower back pain. I'm trying to keep it short, y'all. I don't know why I'm so long-winded. Alzheimer's is related to your crown chakra. That is a brain dis-ease within your brain, related to the circulatory system, I want to say, related to the neurons and the connections that you have going on there. Um, where their connections, I guess, are not quite going as they usually be, like almost like a malfunctioning system in your brain, because that's what it is. It's a clock, if you think of it like a clock system. So it's like a malfunctioning in some part of it, causing um, this Alzheimer's of forgetfulness, or staying in a period of your life. Sometimes when you were younger, sometimes when you were just married. It varies per person. All right. Next, we have digestive issues related to your solar plexus chakra. Again, if you think about your solar plexus chakra being in the middle of your body, that connects you to the sun, that gives you amplified connection to God. Right under the heart chakra there, that's where you pull in that connection, solar plexus chakra. If you are blocked in that area, that can give you digestive issues. Maybe there's a more grounding work, a more connection to God that will be needed, more connection to the world relating around you. Next, we have respiratory system that relates to 3, which is the heart chakra, the solar plexus, and the throat chakra. If you think about the throat, is part of the lungs system. Down from the throat is the bronchial tubes that is actually in your heart area, heart chakra, and then the lungs expand down past your heart into the solar plexus chakra, midway of your stomach. Next, we have blindness that is related to your third eye chakra. But blindness don't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I look at it as direct third eye chakra openness, because when I tell you my mother was blind and she was still on top of it, it's like she didn't miss a beat. She lived by herself. She still paid her bills. She still shopped and did what she needed to do. So it opened that third eye chakra for her. I don't think she knew knew that's what it was, but she was connected. She was connected on a higher spiritual realm, but could not quite decipher what she was seeing. That is quite what I believe in the story of my mother. But again, those are stories for other days. So blindness is related to your third eye. If you are blind, you are absolutely living in your third eye chakra, and it is absolutely open to the fullest. Next, we have dental issues, which relates to your throat chakra. If you are dealing with a throat issue, it can cause, again, issues with your throat, tongue, as well as your teeth, which in turn, if you have bad dental health, that can cause your body to maintain toxins, and those toxins in turn affect your heart. Can cause your heart to have an arrhythmia, can cause you to eventually at some time possibly have a heart attack as well. So it's very important to have good dental hygiene, because it is not only related to your throat chakra, but it is related to your heart chakra. Dental hygiene issues as well, throat chakra. If you're not happy the way your mouth looks, you will not be able to speak your truth. If you feel like you need to speak it in a certain way, if you feel like you need to be open and visual, sometimes that does stop people from speaking their truth, because they don't want to show those dental issues. And last, we have menstrual pain, which is related to your base chakra. And if you can think of the story of Adam and Eve, God, you're on a roll today. Woo! If you can think of it, and I promise you, I'm just going with the flow. I don't know what I'm going to say. It's just coming out. I'm letting God lead, and I'm being informed as well. So I will be coming back to look at this video. But if you can think of the story of Adam and Eve, where they're saying that the reason we as women now have menstrual pain is because of Eve's inflictions or her disobedience to God back then. And that is supposedly the origination of our menstrual pain that arrives through the base chakra. So if you think of it in terms, and I guess this is just basic terms, that base chakra, that root chakra, that survival instinct chakra, that was penetrated by Satan, according to the book of Genesis, that survival instincts, he told them, I can show you more, I can give you more, I can open your eyes to see more in, I guess, providing for yourself, having more, knowing more. It was about more, right? Survival instincts, base chakra. So Satan, the snake, Lucifer, whatever that came in up through that last base chakra to connect with Eve and Adam. And that is what God struck on Eve in consequence of her allowing the snake Satan to come up through that base chakra. And hence we have menstrual pain. Wow. Okay. So there is a connection there. I guess God wasn't ready for those chakras to be open. There are lower systems, there are higher systems. In between is the shadows. And that is a revelation from our goddess Abiola Abrams. So lower system, higher system. So God wanted the higher systems first, right? He wanted the crown chakra, third eye, and throat chakra to be opened first before you get to that base sacral solar plexus, survival, pleasures, desires, creation relating to the world around you, chakras. So he was then at the heart chakra. He was still at the heart chakra of love, understanding, learning, caring, sharing of their environment with the animals and everything. So from what I understand, even they were no longer able to talk to the animal. I don't know. Okay, God, you're going a little bit too deep. But this all ties into the chakras and how God expected and wanted that order to come in, starting at the higher realms. But with the entrance of Satan, Lucifer, dark energy coming in from the base chakra, the lower realms were open. So hence we have this menstrual pain. Not everyone has it though, which I find amazing. So that's good. That shows that God is a forgiving God, right? But to be truthful, I had some really bad ones. Really, really bad. Thank God. All right. Let me move on. So that is what I have for you today. That was quite a bit. I wasn't expecting myself. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be a vessel for you. But I thank you for taking your time and sharing in this energy with me today. I hope I was able to help someone. I hope I spoke clearly in a way where you can understand the messages that was presented. I hope you all have a good week. Stay in good health. Stay in loving, kind energy. That is the energy of this season. Loving, sharing, and caring. It's not really about the holiday itself. If I don't know if I ever got back to that, it's about being in loving, caring, sharing energy, and being grateful for what we do have, right? Being grateful for making it to the end of the year. All right, everyone, take care. Thank you so much again for spending your time, and talk to you later. Bye.